All right, so here we are at our click method. As you can see in the description, click method binds an event handler to the click JavaScript event. You're going to hear me use that word a lot throughout the duration of this course, event handler. So what is that? Well, we've already identified our event is going to be a click event in this case. There are many more events as well, but we've identified our click event, and the event handler is going to be the code that we want executed when that click event happens. So we already have looked at the behavior that we want. When a question is clicked, it's going to reveal an answer. So the code that allows that answer to be revealed is our event handler. And the question is going to be the selector. So let's scroll down and look at a brief example, and then we'll jump into our code. I just want you to get an idea of the way that jQuery works with our HTML and CSS. So you can see here, there is a great example of just a basic click function. We have our CSS selector here, and there's our click method, and our event handler in this case is going to be a function which alerts the message here. And if you look above, there's the example HTML. So this hashtag here is basically the symbol for ID, and we can see this div element with the ID of target. That's our selector. This is the element that's going to be listening for the click event, and this is the code that's going to be executed when this element is clicked. Okay? I hope you're following along, because now we're just going to jump back into our code and see if we can identify our selector. So to begin, anytime you're writing jQuery, the most common thing you're going to begin writing is this $sign. So what is this $sign all about anyways? Well, the $sign is just shorthand for a function. The function's actually called jQuery, but the $sign is simpler and easier to write. So that is our function, okay? And anytime you want to execute a function in jQuery or JavaScript, it has to be accompanied by parentheses. This is what's going to execute the function for us. So within the parentheses here, we want to identify our argument. Our argument in this case is going to be the HTML element that we want to actually select, okay? So returning back to our index.html, if we were to select our question as the element that we want selected, there's several ways we could go about that. There's a class called question. You can select an element by class, but you can see here that all of our questions have a class of question. So in this case, let's start by using the unique ID. The unique ID here is Q1. So returning back to our code, in quotes, let's go ahead and write our symbol for ID and Q1.